All right, what's going on, everybody? Merry late Christmas to all of you. I'm recording this on the 27th, which is the same day I upload. I don't know why I'm even saying that, but what is going on, dude? Like, I wasn't even gonna cover this, because I just covered that Conor McGregor and Logan Paul might happen. Now, apparently, Jake Paul and Logan Paul are fighting over the Conor McGregor fight, trying to both get it. Real quick, before I get into the video, 95% of you guys aren't subscribed. So if you like boxing, MMA, or influencer boxing content, I post 2 to 4 times a week on this channel. So make sure you subscribe. Also, if you're looking for a new podcast, go check out the Day One's podcast. It's a combat sports podcast, just like this channel, basically, but more extended. So if you like this channel, you should like it. I appreciate you. Now, this wouldn't be the first time they fought over matchups. After the Tommy Fury fight, Logan said he wanted to face him, and Jake was basically like, no, I want the rematch, basically. And before the Nate Diaz fight, Logan was arguing with him on Impulsive, saying that Nate Diaz would have rather fought him and he would have been a more credible opponent, saying that he thinks he's a better boxer than Jake, which he later then took back, which, yeah, he's obviously not a better boxer than Jake. So, yeah, this isn't the first time they've done this. They've even teased them fighting each other, which I don't think ever really will happen. I think that would be ridiculous. Obviously, their families wouldn't be cool with that. But I don't know, man. This is weird, man, because, what if I post this and then tomorrow Conor McGregor says he's going to face KSI? This is the problem. The only thing that's come from Conor is saying that he's facing Logan. But these other sources are saying by July through September, Jake Paul versus Conor McGregor is going to happen now in India. What's going on? What's happening? What's actually going to happen? I don't know. So I'm going to sit here and talk to you about what I think is going to happen, because this is very confusing. The worst part of all of this is I don't know who's a more credible source, Conor McGregor or an anonymous source. We could just not trust what comes out of Conor McGregor's mouth. So initially when the news came out that Conor McGregor versus Logan Paul was going to happen from Conor McGregor, Jake tweeted this. Now it all makes sense why Conor McGregor and his management team have been desperately trying to get the MVP to negotiate for a fight in between us. So yeah, he also said that they were basically trying to make it publicly, but he wanted Dana to be there and the UFC to agree. But that's the thing about this whole thing. If you were to face Logan Paul, it's a whole tied-in thing with TKO and WWE, so it would make more sense on a business aspect. Based on how smoothly the fight will be accepted. But maybe Dana's thinking about getting Conor in boxing. We don't really know. We've seen him say that he's going to get into boxing. I think he even has a prospect. I forgot his name. Because according to Chava at ESPN, I know I said it was an anonymous source, but it's not. This guy seems to be an announcer for the WBC, so I'm sure he has some connections. So it says Conor McGregor versus Jake Paul is reportedly now on the table for July, September in India. So what happened? What's going on? I don't know if I should believe Conor or I should believe some random announcer for WBC. I would think the WBC guy is probably a bit more trustable with his word. Maybe Conor got it mixed up. I don't know. This is so weird, man. Is Jake and Logan really sword battling over this fight right now behind the scenes? Because that would be wild. Logan just can't seem to keep his nose out of Jake's business. He wants to be in the boxing light with Jake, take his fights, I guess. This happened with Nate Diaz and now with Conor McGregor. So this is wild, man. I don't know why Logan wants to box so bad on Jake's level, because he's so great at WWE. He has a kid now. He really doesn't need to do this at all. So what do I think about this whole situation in general? I definitely think it's very weird, very confusing, because we have from Conor's mouth himself that he is going to face Logan in India, basically saying the fight's already made. Now we got sources saying that he's going to face Jake Paul. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. But if I'm going to say what's more likely, it probably is Logan Paul. Because the entire TKO thing, TKO owns WWE and UFC, or they have a partnership in it, something like that. It's over Dana's head. So if they want to make that fight and it's that much money, Dana doesn't really have a say, I believe. Because TKO has a say. And I don't think that Dana hates Jake, man. He said it so many times in the past. He's trashed him in the past. He's not going to just let Conor McGregor face Jake when he knows deep down that he's probably not favored in that fight. Even though I do think it could be interesting. But the weight's too off. Dana definitely won't do it. So the entire Logan Paul thing, I know the weights aren't the same too, but I really think that Dana might not have a say if TKO wants to do that event, they probably can do it. But if you're looking through Conor McGregor's perspective, it would be a better fight to face Jake. It would be more credible of a win if you were to get a win. Even though people would probably like low-key shit on it, I would feel like people would love that Conor would smoke Jake if he did. But people are going to say, oh, but he beat Jake Paul. It doesn't mean too much. That's 100% what people would say. And I don't even know, like, it's so hard to place where Jake is on skill level as an actual pro boxer. Because obviously he lost to Tommy Fury. He's beaten some journeyman boxers, but he hasn't really faced a good pro. And I do think that Conor McGregor is a good pro boxer. He did well against Floyd. People forget about that. He did better against Floyd than most pro boxers would at the time. But I don't know. At the same time, Conor seems like he likes this storyline. He said on Twitter, TKO group, UFC versus WWE. There's levels to this. A big sloppy novice is going to find out. TKO King title. I hold every record and I'm coming back to KO this novice and racking more numbers for the company. So it seems like he likes the idea of fighting a WWE guy or something like that. And Logan is probably the most experienced boxing MMA guy besides, I think, what was it, Baron Corbin that boxed? But either of these fights really would be a good fight. So I don't know what's going to happen, man. I really don't. Like, this is such a confusing situation. Like, this has been a dry week in general. I wasn't even going to talk about this. I was going to give it more time, but no UFC for like a couple more weeks. Boxing, I haven't heard much for a little bit. So until February card, I don't really know what's going on with boxing. So I don't really know, man. This is why I had to talk about today. But I don't really know how this is going to work out. I do think because of the WWE UFC merger thing, the Logan Paul fight might be bigger. Even though it's going to be in India regardless. Yeah, there was sources saying that the Jake Paul versus Conor McGregor thing is really going to happen, but how good of a source is it really? He's just associated with the WBC. I don't know how much that really means. So yeah, man, let me know in the comments what you think is more likely to happen. I personally think Logan Paul because of the overboss TKO telling Dana what to do. I don't think Dana lets Jake Paul face Conor McGregor, in my opinion. Let me know if you disagree down below. Once again, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and like the video. Also, if you're looking for a new podcast, go check out the Day One's podcast. The link will be in the description down below. It's combat sports, just like his channel. So if you like this channel, I'm sure you'll like it. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. We'll see, I guess. Let's get some new news, because I'm tired of talking about Logan Paul, Jake Paul, Conor McGregor. Like, yeah, there's probably good reviews on the channel. This video might bang, but damn, I'm tired of talking about it. Thank you guys for listening to me yap like usual, and peace out.